All right, family. How are you all doing? Let us know in the chat where you're coming in from if you haven't already. And I'm going to go ahead and get this pulled up. Sorry, my tablet was apparently not charged. Oh, there we go. We're in stereo. Hold on. Why is it doing that? It doesn't normally do that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you guys and gals could hear that, but I was in stereo for a moment. So let us know where you guys and gals are coming in from. If you haven't already, welcome to our sorry, not our members only. I'm jumping ahead of the game. Sorry, guys. I got a lot on my mind today, so if my ADHD gets me, I apologize in advance. All right, so welcome to our YouTube Q&A where we talk about Kung Fu, martial arts, wellness, health, and fitness, and anything else within reason. So if you have any questions for us, go ahead and put that in the chat. Also, we do have a super chat option, which all creators on YouTube have. So if you want to give us a little love and jump to the head of the line or just give us a little love, you can do that. Just hit that little $ at the bottom and you can put your question or comment in that box when you go through that process. I'm your host, CJ Jamie. This is Sifu Fu and we are into Shaolin. All right, I'm going to see who is currently on and we will talk a little bit about what is going on. Give me a moment. All right, that is on. Okay. Has anyone else noticed that YouTube is having really long commercials these days? Like they're really trying to push that premium subscription, aren't they? I've been noticing they begin longer and longer. Like I feel like it's almost like back in the day, like when it was just regular TV. Like that's how long they're getting. And I'm just like, guys, this is getting a little ridiculous.
They're probably charging more for commercials, so allowing more time.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they are. I mean, not that they're giving any of that extra time to enter Shaolin. We won't talk about Fight Club here, but it's okay. All right, family, I see some more people are watching, so come on out. Don't be shy. Let us know who you are, where you're coming in from, and if you have any questions in the live chat. Sifufu, do you have any news you'd like to share?
Oh, nothing new. Nothing new.
Nothing new? Okay. Do you have maybe a mini lesson while we're waiting for some more people to pop on about maybe something you taught today?
Does anybody have anything they want to learn? I see only 5 people on.
Yeah, a couple of people are rolling in.
Yeah.
Let us know, family. Maria, the kitty, do you have any questions? She says no, not yet. She'll get back to us. Is there anything today that you shared that maybe in your class that you can do a little mini lesson on?
I can.
Okay. Hey, John, good to see you on, brother.
Oh, well, let's work on some of the stuff that we've been doing. I'm going to work on then some basic locking type of techniques. That's what we kind of worked on today. But it'll be very simple ones, so anybody who's new can learn it quickly. Anybody who's advanced can refine it.
Anyone who takes a nap can do it while they're sleeping.
Yeah, so let's work on some locking techniques, some stuff that are very, very easy to do. Someone puts a grab on you like this, they can bend their arms, they can keep it straight. The key is just put your hands along their forearms, slide to the wrist. You're going to pop it up a little bit. You don't want to push against it, otherwise it'll strengthen their hold and it becomes difficult. Mm-hmm. You want to pop up, you want to bring it towards the opposite side of your body, stepping back, turning the body over.
Oh, and I'm really trying to resist. It's not working, guys.
Drop them. Okay? The key is to not put pressure in the arm. If you do, that'll just strengthen them more. It'll make it so it'll be very difficult to be able to take them. She grabs, I go like this. She can make it where it becomes difficult for me to push.
Yeah.
She'll just push back. So when you do this, you want to kind of take the energy out of their arm and into their wrist. So you want to just kind of turn their body slightly away. Takes the pressure away from the body. At the same time, your grip will be along the forearm. You want to seal it tight, and you want to rotate the body to help the wrist rotate. Once the wrist is rotated, now you can put pressure along the body into the joint.
Okay.
And it'll lock them down very, very fast. You don't want to try and push their arm down just through any means. You want to push it through the joints. If you push it through their arms by using the bones, by using their arm anywhere along outside the joint, it becomes very difficult to impossible, especially when they're bigger, they're stronger. The best way to affect someone is always through their joints when it comes to locking. One, it's very effective. Two, they submit quick. Three, the damage that you could do, that once you release it, if you break it and you damage it, and you break it, basically they're not going to just get up and fight you. When you get a broken joint, it's so painful, and even if they could take the pain, it's useless anyways. But if you do something where you hit the muscle and everything, they can feel it, let's just say, but they can recover very quickly from it, and they can still have usage of their arm because you won't disable it like 100%. You might disable 30%. Once the pain goes away, they'll go back up to doing 100% again. You break the joint, that's it. It's over. It takes months, if not years, to heal depending on the damage. So someone grabs you, like I said, you want to just take the hand, move the body slightly away so it puts the energy in the wrist. You want to make sure your thumb is along the inside of her wrist, the hand on the outside. You just want to kind of hear, you want to rise it, don't just twist it, because if she fights me on a twist, it can be different. I raise it up, I twist it. It makes it much more difficult than the fight because they have to fight the motion up as well as the turn. It's hard for the body to resist two different types of motion at the same time, so you want to grab that.
John says, well, you know me, I'm up to learn and refresh anything. It's all good. Very smart man, John.
Okay, so like I said, hand goes from the arm anywhere. You can go directly to the wrist, or you can do from the arm to the wrist. It doesn't matter. So long as you bend your elbow, do not lift and pull the shoulder up. Don't let the energy go back up into your shoulders. You won't be able to do any movement. You got here, push them up a little bit. So I just pop it. Pop up, rotate the turn, and slightly turn away towards their wrist, not into the arm. Bring it towards the wrist. All the pressure I have in the hand is going to go down on the wrist. My elbow will support that by dropping it down top of the wrist or holding the other one along the wrist here. I don't want to drop her arm, move her arm. Her arms wants to
Try not to
steady
grab
as
your
possible.
microphone. I can't see. Okay, there we go.
So you don't want to drag her arm. You take away the pressure off the wrist. Keep the pressure on the wrist by blocking her hand this way, holding like a guard here, and then just put all the pressure down. And she will drop. Quick, easy. And it's very effective. You can hold them there. You can put more pressure and break the wrist. You can also break the elbow on top of that. And then you can pop the shoulder too. So there's a method which you can break the wrist, break the elbow, then pop the shoulder out. Doing that movement. So you don't have to exchange hands. You have to reset or anything. You just simply just pop it.
All right. Well, hey, we got Errol on coming in from London, UK. We got Caesar, who is on as well, coming from Tijuana, Mexico. Welcome, welcome. And Phil, hoorah. Good to see you, Phil. All right, brothers, let us know if you have any questions while you're on and stuff. If you want some mini lessons, let us know so we can help you guys and gals. Let's see more people kind of trickling in.
Problem with a technique you've been practicing.
Right, troubleshooting. Got anything you need troubleshooted, let us know. We were just talking a little bit about, well, you saw that. That's about all you guys missed. So those of you who just rolled in, you just missed learning about the wrist right there. But that's one that we've done before. So don't worry, you can always watch it on the replay. If you missed the beginning part of that, you can go backwards and check that out. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I need to share. Oh, yes, I do have one thing that I need to share. So last weekend, some of our members, well, actually it was one member and his training partner. I didn't even realize Donovan was not a part of Inner Shaolin until he was, in the process of coming here. And I was like, Clint, I'm like, would Donovan's name be under something different or something? I can't find him in the membership site. And he's like, oh, he's not a member. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean he's not a member? Because I was so used to seeing him doing training drills and stuff like that with Clint that I didn't even realize he wasn't a member yet. I was like, what? We got to fix this. So when he got here, after he trained for several days and stuff like that, and I made sure, just made sure he really was enjoying himself and loving the stuff he was learning. I offered him a special discount on the Abbott membership. For those of you that have been paying attention, you know that we closed down the public access to the training hall, making way for the community features and stuff that we're working on with Inner Shaolin 2.0. and it's gonna be completely different. So like if people are like, should I have one or the other? You should have both if you want the best of both worlds, because you're gonna get the most bang for your buck with the training hall, and as far as with access to all the training and stuff like that. And then with the community, you're gonna get access to the community and be able to, spend more time with us online and other members and make connections and a bunch of other cool stuff that we're working on. So. Anyways, long story short, I offered him the Abbott membership, our lifetime membership to the training hall for $2,000 off. And you guys and gals know, like, if we're going to give something to one person, we just feel obligated to be able to share it with all of you. So Steve, Larry, and I were talking, and we are going to go ahead and do a 3-day last blast sale. So if you missed out on all the other ones that we had this past year, here is your opportunity and your chance. I will be sending out an email tomorrow. So if you're not on our email list, you can email me at support@enershaolin.com and ask for the special link, and I will send it to you. So if you're already on our list, you don't have to worry about it. You will get sent the link tomorrow on the list. So you don't have to worry about that at all. If you are wondering, hey, I never got that NDN 101 course yet, that is also closed down because we are revamping that for part of Enter Shaolin 2.0 as well. So if you wanted that freebie is no longer accessible. So that is also down, but that will be reintegrated and refreshed as part of Enter Shaolin 2.0. So that will be where that is. And yeah, I think that's it. So one more opportunity to be able to get access to the full training hall. That's going to give you access to our No Deck Na section, our Wing Chun, our Chin Na. Yes, the Indian intro as well, because you'll be a member at that point in time. So you'll have access to that too if you never got that before. That has the fundamentals, the ebook, all the good stuff. And then also you have the Wing Chun, like I said, our core training, our ground fighting, which is amazing and awesome if you've never seen that. And we have a lot of bonus behind the scenes stuff from our webinars and our seminars that you guys get access to as well. And I think that covers everything. I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything. But yeah, if you want all the access, you love the stuff you've been learning on here, you definitely want to grab that Abbott membership while you still have an opportunity to do so. So if you're not on the list, remember, email me at support@enershaolin.com or go to enershaolin.com/contact, fill out the little form and say, hey CJ, send me the sale link and I'll send it to you, because it is going to be a behind the scenes sales that we're doing. So come check it out and I promise you will not be disappointed. All right, so Matthew says, hi Sifu, what's good for hip mobility? Great question.
Stretching. Stretching is good for hip mobility.
Every day. Both times a day.
So one of the ways you can stretch your hips, like for people's leg, is just put one leg in front like a bow and arrow, put your hand on your rear, push forward. That helps stretch out the tendons in your hip flexors like this. Do the opposite way. There's rotation hips like this, like you're pregnant about to sit in a chair like this way. That helps stretch out the hip flexors there. Just practicing, bring up your legs like this. Oops, I lost my balance there. And just this way, like this. And then you can do it like this and rotate this way, and that is good to help mobility in your hips. So that way when you're walking, when you're turning, you're not feeling that tightness. The other thing that you do is learn how to walk better, so there's no slouching when you're walking like this. We want to keep the posture upright, so it actually is the easiest for the body to move and turn without feeling to have to strain or stress so much.
All right. Awesome. All right. Hello to you, LT Newbie. Hey, BMD. Good to see you as well. And hello, Ed. Okay. Caesar coming in hot with Super Chat love. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Another Tai Chi application. Good stuff. He would like to know about stork, spreads, wings, Tai Chi, and basically form and application, please. So can you show, the form, like in the proper movement, to make sure that he's doing it right, and then some applications.
So stork spread swing is basically from here, like you're holding Tai Chi. I don't know if you can see the profile and the front profile. It's basically an arc of the wrist going this way, a little bit from the center to the shoulder, arcing down to the body in the center. This hand goes the opposite from the center to the opposite side of the body, rising up and bring it up this way. So this is stork spread wing here. You're gonna rotate the wrist. So our goal is to create the simultaneous rotation and articulation of the wrist. One goes up, one goes down. What Stoic Split Swing does is it actually allows you to circle pressure off you to either bring it up or down, just depends on the method which you're moving. So if someone's pushing my arm, I can rotate it, turn it up, and I can do it to a down, to a grab. So this motion where you can go like this and rotate down this way can be used as a parry, a grab. This rotation is a deflection to a parry into a grab. It can also be used to separate people's hands. It can be used to counter grapple someone who has your hands. And once CJ Jamie's done, I can demonstrate. Okay. So basic, like a rise from the bottom, she grabs me. A rise this way is to teach you how to grab. So this part here that does this is teach you how to just basically grab your hands, and me bringing it back down is to twist her wrist. So if I'm doing this type of motion where I can circle the hand this way, like hold Tai Chi and just circle the ball, that way she punches me, I can parry it down. That's this part here where you do this in your form. So if she's punching me, I can do this into this or this strike. Ooh. So it's a combination of this where I just have to modify instead of going up. I can bring the wrist instead of this way. I can bring it this way. So it's really about, again, getting the energy out so you can control the wrist. So Stoic Split Swing can be from a bottom grip me from the bottom. Okay. So I can teach myself to go up this way. So this is the part where you do this. So Stoic Split Swing. She grabs, I hook it, I can turn her off, and my goal is to get to the wrist. She holds me tight, I just rise it and hook the wrist. So you don't try to take the hands out by pushing left and right. You have to feed it to the hand like your form does. It teaches you to go this way. From here, I rotate the wrist here, arms arcing up. I'm never in a line. I arc her up. So you arc the arm. This is why you make this circle. So any pressure goes in the arm is supposed to go to your hands. So then you rotate the hands to control the energy. So that's the method in which you want to do Stoic Split Swing. Again, Stoic Split Swing is to take pressure from the arm, and you can circle the hand out to the top or the bottom where you can grab them, or you can press them. So she's punching, I can press her too, like this. So it's like me just laying my hand on. She's punching, I can just lay my hand on just here, and I can go for the strikes. So this is to teach you how to create that structure in your arm. So once we have this connection, my arm has a connection here. And any pressure that she puts gets to the wrist, and I can take it from there. If she's grabbing from below, again, this is having pressure in my arm, getting the pressure in my wrist, so you can see here, then rotate, so I can get that. So that's what Stoic Split Swing is designed to do. It's designed to take, if she's grabbing me, I can just do this too, where I can just rotate and then turn the palm. So see, and then I can strike her that way. So that's what Stoic Split Swing is for. Hopefully that answers your question.
Awesome question as always. Thank you, Caesar. All right. Hey, NI30ONOX. I have no idea how to pronounce that screen name. Not gonna lie, but hi, good to see you. Let us know if you have any questions. All right, family, I am putting a link in here for you guys and gals. So if you want to get access to that Abbott Lifetime membership that I am putting a special offer out, save $2,000. You have to either already be on our list. If you're getting our emails for today, then you're on the list. If you didn't get the email, check your junk and spam folder, and then make sure to whitelist support@enershaolin.com and admin@enershaolin.com, and make sure to open the emails on a regular basis, because these lovely email providers, if you don't open them on a regular basis, then they go, hey, I know you had this person in your contact list, but you're not opening them, so you must not be interested anymore, and then they throw them back in there. So go check there. If you don't find that there either, and you're like, I have nothing from admin@enershaolin.com, I have nothing from support, that means that maybe you accidentally, unsubscribed. It happens. We've had a few people do that to themselves by accident, or you were never on the list. And there is a way to fix all of that. Just email me at enershaolin.com/contact and say, hey, CJ Jamie, I want to be on the email list. And also, can you send me that special link for the Abbott membership? And I will take good care of you. I'll be sending those out tomorrow. All right, putting that in the chat for y'all so you have that information. All right, family, we still have some time. It looks like about 28 minutes, roughly. All right. Who else has some questions for us? Again, it could be about health and wellness, fitness, obviously martial arts. That's what we're here for primarily, but we're here to help you live your best life. So let us know how we can serve you, and anything else within reason, of course. So Feel free to ask away. Is there anything that you're having a hard time in your training? Anything that you're struggling with? And it could be something you're struggling with physically, or something maybe you're struggling with mentally with what you're doing. Maybe you're having a hard time staying motivated in your training. Let us know what's going on. So we're here to serve you. And well, you got us for now the next 27 minutes. So let us know, family. All right. And I see we have some more people that have popped on that are hiding and lurking in the darkness. Feel free to come out to the light. It's fine. It's great out here. Jump on in. Let us know where you're coming in from and if you have any questions.
If nobody has questions, I can teach you guys how to do a side kick very powerfully, very easily. Well, maybe not easily. It takes practice.
But once you get it, it's like easy.
It's very fast, very powerful, and it doesn't take a lot of strength. Someone who's like 100 pounds can do a lot of damage to a 300-pound guy because of the method in which you do it.
Yeah.
So we can do a side kick breakdown if you want to, or a front kick, whichever guys you prefer. Side kick, I think, would be more useful.
I think so. Yep.
So let me know if you guys want to do a front kick or a side kick breakdown. I can do it for you.
Put in the chat, fam. Side kick or front kick? Which one do you want to see?
Or
Let us
slant
know.
kick.
Or slant kick. Now you got 3 options: A, B, or C. Let us know. And Caesar, you are welcome. He said, thank you, Sifu.
You're welcome.
And I love those cool little icons. If you're wondering why Caesar has a cool green name and he's got that little Inner Shaolin logo next to him, and he's got some emojis that you just don't have, even though you're like, where are they? I want to use them. They're so cool. How do you get those? You can become part of the channel's membership here on YouTube. You just click that join button that's literally underneath the video that you're watching, and I think it's $4.99 a month. I think we might see like $2 of that because a portion of that, I know, it's crazy that YouTube still takes a portion of that, but that's a whole other story. It is what it is, but it does help us to keep doing what we're doing. Every little bit helps and counts, and then you get some cool stuff like your name highlighted, some bonus content, and really cool exclusive emojis that you can't find anywhere else. Just a thought. Check it out. So Errol says sidekick. LT Newbie said downward punch applications, question mark. I mean, that wasn't one of the options, but, you know, maybe. Which do you prefer to do? We got 2 people.
I already said the side kick.
All right.
I'll just do
We're doing the side kick. It's happening. All right, LT Newbie, if we have time, we'll do your downward punch after that, all right? Okay.
Okay, side kick is very useful. It's very beneficial because, 1, it can close the gap up very, very fast. So, at 2, it's very, very powerful. 3, it is actually a safer kick because it does keep your body away where you don't have to commit your body with a counter strike. You get in this easy. So side kick is very good. Plus the kicks that we do, it's very fast, very powerful. The recovery rate is really, really quick. Some people thrust and side kick, they can't throw the weight. It takes them longer. We don't do that. We don't throw our weight. We concentrate on the energy. Okay, so side kick, first of all, obviously it comes from the side. Okay, so you're kicking from the side out. 2, the contact point is anywhere from the middle foot to your heel. So you don't want to kick with the front ball of your foot. You want to kick with the middle foot to the heel. Why? Because the bone is supported to the kick that way. So it's about the width of the middle foot to your heel where your leg drive is from. If you kick here by the front ball, you don't really have anything to support that. So it becomes weaker. But 2, it's also inaccurate because of the flexibility and the range when you kick the ankle can flex so much that it can actually make you hit off target. So middle foot to the heel is the best way to kick on a side kick. There are times when you hit with the front ball, like a front kick, that's actually better than the middle foot to heel. But when you do a front kick, that's just a better way because of the alignment of the body. Now, side kick can be a little tricky because it's a timing of the hip with the leg, whereas a front kick, it's really your legs. This one is a time between the hip and the leg. So let's start off with the body with a side kick. Now, a side kick done right, it's actually a drive up here and a kick out that way. Now, to do a side kick, you got to learn how to create the leg, got to learn how to project the energy and combine the torquing of the body. So a side kick is really not just my leg hitting, it is my hip hitting. A lot of people try to do this and they get the weight and just push the leg. It's not the leg alone. It's actually the hip that creates the hit, that creates that target hit. So when you're doing a side kick, my hip wants to follow down. It's like the shoulder to the punch. Having a very good based shoulder will help you create a drive, which helps me create the power to drive forward and concentrate the energy in the leg. So we don't want to just kick where your time is like this. And you see how I stop turning my hip and my leg comes out? the leg comes out through the turning of the hip, not after the turning hip. So you got to remember that's the timing that you want. You don't want to do this where that's not a good side kick. That's more, to me, like that's throwing the leg out. It's not coming from the body. It's just coming from the throwing of the body as opposed to rooting and torquing, okay? So you want to create this proper timing where you see my hip and my leg creates hit, not my hip, then my leg. That wouldn't be very powerful. So we want to create that timing between what my hip does, what my leg does, and gets the power out. So that's very important that you want to try and do that. So again, your goal shouldn't be to think how hard can I hit the pad. It's really how well you can execute the timing and the technique into the point in which you kick, because we want to hit like we're stabbing, not like we're pushing someone. So the result is we want to drop them, not make them send backwards. If they feel the hit, they will go backwards on their own. It's not because you have to force them, because the body's being collapsed at the point which you hit, and they will buckle and drop backwards from that. Not because you try to push them backwards. You got to take that out of your head. Try to have them move the mass. It's about attacking the point. So now that we get all that in our head, like how to do that, let's break it down with the hips first. If you want to practice it because you don't know how to have the timing with your hips, you want to practice here. The key is turning your hip towards the lead leg. So I would turn my hip. From there, I would practice getting my hip, and this is exaggerated so you can see it, to go into the target. So you're not doing this and just going like this. There's no energy driving towards your target. That's just turning. So you don't want this where you're turning. You want this where you can feel your hip coming into the target. That's going to help drive the leg, which also helps you to accelerate the leg from the body. Because again, if I do it like this, there is no accelerated drive down the leg. It's actually just turning the body, so I can get it from the side. But you want that turn to accelerate that leg. So you can see my hip is going towards the bag, okay? Now you have to be sure that you are not overturning, okay? That's not shooting down the leg, that's shooting to the side. So when you do like your hip, where you hit, eventually you want to time that so your leg can get there. So you can drive the leg, okay? So now for the leg, most people can do a side kick, right? A side kick is if you just stood here and I told you just bring your leg up, people will bring their leg up, turn their body aside and drive. And that's good, that's a basic thing. But unfortunately, you're not just standing there. You have to time the hip to turn. So this is good practice if you don't know how to generate a kick from the side. First, you want to just chamber it by pointing the front ball into the ground to help your knee go up level to the hip. You don't need to go higher, and you don't want to go lower. The reason why is because when you go higher, it starts going to make you go backwards. When you go too low, then your execution of the kick, unless you purposely plan to hit like their shin, the level of your knee that you put is usually around the level where you can kick. So if my knee is around this low, I'm never going to kick that high. It just won't. I have to go out of my way to do so. To get my knee higher, it's easy for me to turn my hip and get the kick at that level. So you want to practice kicking around the waist level because that's usually where it's most comfortable for your body to execute maximum power. If you want to kick low, you could. Kick like if I'm going like this, and I point this way and I want to kick this way, then that's fine because that's where I purposely want to. But if I'm trying to kick here and I go, that's not good because my intention was to hit here, but the result is hit here. That's poor technique, okay? So raising your knee to your hips is going to set the height in which you want to kick. So I want to do this here. Then I want to try to turn my ankle to make the heel turn, okay? You don't do it and lift the leg up. That's a lot of stress on your body. You actually want to get the leg to turn because your ankle pivots. So let me see if I can get an angle here so you can see it. So when I do this, it's my rotation of the ankle. Maybe I'm being too far. I'm just trying to see. So from here, my toe turns towards my center, allow my ankle to come out. I'm not trying to do that and lift from here where I'm using my hip to turn the leg. I'm actually using my ankle to turn the leg. It's faster, it takes less energy, and it actually allows you to be more accurate. Think of like you got a 3-foot pencil. If you had to sign a name, would you rather hold it from the tip of the pencil or at the end where the eraser is? Obviously we want to do it from the tip because it's more control. If I'm trying to turn this hip here, it throws my accuracy, my leg off. So if you do it from the ankle, it's like holding the end of the pencil where the tip point is. You're much more accurate. You have much better control behind that. So when I turn my ankle, it's going to allow my leg to set where I want. And it's going to keep the energy there, which gives me more accuracy when I kick. If I do it like this, I kick like this, it can come off. If I do it from here and I use the ankle, I can set and I kick it anywhere I want from that. So you want to use your ankle to turn your leg over to the level that you're trying to hit along with the support of the knee. So that's what you want to make sure that you do. And once you practice this, okay, so you want to go 1, again, set it however you want. If you want to be like, I want to kick around the knee level, sure, you can go to the knee level and then kick to the knee. But we want maximum range. Maximum range should be around the hip area. So here, rotate that and just feel your heel turn into the target. So you see I'm just here and I get that and I turn that. And I don't throw my weight. If you notice, I didn't do this. I threw my weight. I'm actually trying to turn my hip into the ground as I turn here. So when you turn, you're going to have 2 turns. Your hip's going to turn towards the standing leg on your left side, since it's my left leg here. And I'm going to turn the hip to the right. So when I do this, I don't just throw this way. I'm going to throw it where I root myself. So you see, I kind of drop my height. At the same time, I do that, I turn. So I am rooting myself down in a kick, not leaning on a kick. I don't want to lean because I'll bounce back from the kick. I want to root because I have the earth to give me support. If I throw my weight, it's just whatever my size and momentum I throw. So you want to find yourself rooting when you kick, not leaning when you kick, okay? Now, once you practice getting the timing between, learn how to get your hip like this, right? And learn how to get your hip to time the leg this way. You want to learn how to do them both. You don't have to do it fast, you don't have to do it hard. You just got to feel the turn and the drive down the leg. You don't want to, like I said, you don't overshoot like this because then you're not really turning, you're throwing your weight. So practice slow, slow, smooth as fast, fast as deadly. There's a feel behind this. You want to feel your hip turn, drive down the leg, and feel the ankle carry the energy into the strike. So it's like this method of like this, that rotation, and you can see there's this time between how I execute. When my hip finishes turning and I'm rooted down, my leg should already have that contact and the ankle should get all the energy from the hip down to the knee, into the ankle, into the strike. So if you find it when you're kicking like this, you kick and you find yourself falling, you're not rooting to kick. Again, you're throwing your weight, you're trying to move the mass. It's better to just strike the target and break the point. They'll buckle. The forward momentum stops. It's just like getting shot in the stomach or stabbing down. The momentum, the force will buckle them. It'll make them want to drop. It's much easier for you.
So let's just real quick see if we have any comments. Matthew says, is it okay to throw low and body kicks with inner heel instead of shin or top of foot?
Is it okay what?
He says, is it okay to throw low and body kicks with inner heel instead of the shin or top of the foot?
So when you do like the low heel kick, and you turn aside, it's called a slant kick. There's different types of kick. This is just a side kick. Of course, you can do different kicks. Yeah. There's front kick, slant kick, side kick, back kick, crescent kick, hook kick. People call some a wheel kick, tornado kick. Listen, it's based on I never counted, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points in the foot. It's only 5 points. Anything else is just like different names they call them. So you can do from the middle foot to the heel this way, okay? So driving a forward pressure, middle foot to heel. You can drive forward pressure with the front ball. You can kick inside and outside this way. And then you kick with the flat here, and then you hit with your insteps. Okay? So those are the only ways you do it. Whether you do a spinning one, 360, 180, in the end, those are the contact points which you're making. Yeah. Okay? That's really all you do, okay, when you make any type of kick. In this case, it is a middle foot to the heel because of the way you turn your body on a side kick. But yes, you can use your, like I could do this and drive my middle foot this way. I could drive the front ball. I could drive a crescent kick this way and turn this way. Again, it's up to me and how I want to do it. But in the end, like I said, I never count, but heel, side, front, and instep. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, five positions that you really want to kick. And some people say, well, you can use your toes. You can. I'm not going to argue that, but you have to be very, very trained. The basic kicks where, let's say you're wearing your shoes, okay, where you don't have to pinch with your toes. There are techniques actually where you can use your toes and actually turn the toes a certain way to create more kicks into the nerves. But that's like very, very, very difficult and few and far between for anyone to ever have to do that. The basic kicks, like I said, if you wear shoes, okay, it's a front ball, it's an instep, it's a left and the right and the heel. Okay, actually, let's say 6 is the back of the heel too. So the hook kicks that we can use too. So it's about 6 points at which you really can use your foot to kick with. But on this timing here, you want to create this hip and feel this. Oh, you just moved it.
Sorry, I wanted to make sure I didn't go back into the sign again.
You just feel the timing. See how my hip's turning and my ankle gets that turn at the same time. So when you kick, you're like wham! So you can just, again, create that kick right there. It just snaps in and relaxes afterwards. If you feel like a snap and you feel like you're going to lose your balance falling forward, you're overcommitted. You did not turn your hip and root. You actually turn and drove your weight like this. A kick should be executed where you can kick your target like this and draw back and still go forward with it. If you feel like you're falling to bring your leg, as you bring your leg down, you're overcommitting. You're not really rooting to kick. You're throwing the kick.
Errol had a comment, says, if a sidekick is done correctly, it can disable an attacker very quickly and end a fight before it becomes a fight. Facts. Also, we have, I'm not sure who that is, maybe Shalom. I'm not sure because I don't see any names. I just see a thumbs up. I don't even know. There's a bunch of emojis for their name. I think it might be Shalom. I'm not positive. Sifu, about the Tai Chi applications you...
That is Shalom.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, does it look bad for you?
Look, that's what it looks like. There's just emojis for their name.
No, right here. It's backwards. Right there. That's his.
Oh, it's over there. Okay, that's new. They must have changed how the application works because it normally is over here. That's why I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Sifu, about the Tai Chi applications, you learned it or did you develop it by yourself? It's very good.
It's both. Like when you get good, you can learn things on your own. I did have a basis of understanding from being taught what bases are. But as you get better, you can find more usage of it. Like you can just feel the energy, know how to control it. It's just from years and years and years of practice. I just learned how to see things and learn how to understand how things work. So it's natural to me. It's very, very natural. I've been doing it for so long that like I dreamt about things. I dreamed Kung Fu. I moved my body in Kung Fu. It's all I did. That's how like much I've trained in it, and it's become like first nature to me. It's that I know. I mean, I see people move when they walk down the street. I can see their energy. I can see the body. It's kind of like, did you ever see The Matrix in the end when Neo starts to really understand who he was? He didn't see people anymore. He saw the codes. It's kind of like that. I don't see people. I do see people. But I see the energy and how they move, how they hold their posture, and So I don't just see this person. I see the energy in that movement that makes the person. So that's just how I see things now. Just from just doing over and over and over again. It's just all I see. That's why I can watch a video of you move and I can tell where your energy goes because I can just see it.
Yep. Matthew says, it's good. I feel it just will give you a turf toe on the heavy bag. I don't see how that would give you a turf toe on the heavy bag.
Well, you're not kind of kick with the toe. I think you might think that if you're using your toes.
Yeah, we're not using the toes.
We don't use our toes. Again, there are people who have been trained how to use their toes to drive into the nerve, the sciatic nerve in the leg, using the toes as like a needle trying to come in. But that takes a lot of training. It takes a lot. I'm talking just basic things where you don't need a lot of training to time the foot. You just have to time the leg with the foot. That's like time the leg with the foot with the toes.
So no turf toe happening here, buddy.
It's an extra step.
Tador says, can you apply a video about using basic Tai Chi applications just for self-defense? Well, first of all, we don't do self-defense. We do counter-offense here at Enter Shaolin. And we have actually all of our applications on entershaolin.com. We are having a sale on our lifetime membership that I'll be putting out tomorrow. So if you're not like already on our list and stuff like that, please do email me at entershaolin.com/contact. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see a comment that I put from Enter Tai Chi about the special offer. You can just click the link and go fill out that form and say, hey, I'd like to know more about joining Enter Shaolin. Melanie, oh my God, girl. I was wondering if I was going to see you today. Hi. Just my family just got on. It's good to see you guys again. It's good to see you too. I was wondering how you were doing, so glad to see you.
just to understand when you're practicing any type of form, it doesn't have to be Tai Chi, it could be anything. It's not about the style, the art that you're doing. It's really about the manner in which you move the energy behind it, because you can look right but be wrong, okay?
Yeah.
It's like you're making a building, making a cake out of sawdust. It can look great, but it's inside is not proper. It's very important to have the proper control and energy behind what you do when you practice, like in Tai Chi especially. I know that in Tai Chi, most people emphasize the wrist in Tai Chi, which is good. I'm not saying it's wrong. It is good, and it is right. But they don't emphasize the wrist, which is important. You must emphasize the wrist behind the waist. Otherwise, it's like going to the gym and have a very horrible diet. Every time you go to the gym, your diet is McDonald's, Burger King, Ho-Hos, and Twinkies. You might look good in the outside, but inside you're dead. It won't sustain you. Wrist must be used behind the waist when it comes to combat. It must be used, even to me, even in the health aspect. If you don't use your wrist, you are putting stress on your arms. You are straining the body more. The wrist takes that stress out. It actually controls the energy, it magnifies your power, magnifies your control. So you have to make sure that whatever you're practicing, especially in Tai Chi for me, you have to emphasize wrist behind the waist. If you do just the waist and not the wrist, you're not doing, like, what's that say? A half truth is a whole
lie.
Right. So you're learning half a truth. It's actually not really good. You might feel, well, I am getting benefits. Yes, I'm not going to argue it. You're not getting the full benefits of what a wrist entails behind the waist alone, because you can move your wrist without the waist, but you can't move the waist without the wrist. Okay, so if you're moving your waist and you're not using the wrist to help lead that waist, you're not really doing a proper job. It's actually improper. Like I said, it's going to cause more stress in you. It's going to cause you to actually fight under pressure, because you can't convert energy. You must resist energy. The only other option is to die. But we don't use that as a viable option. It's not what we choose instinctively. We either will properly convert or we will instinctively fight. Okay? If you basically collapse, it's that you made no choice. Okay? So if you made a choice, it would be either to fight or to convert. We collapsed because we made no choice. So that is an option, but it's not an option that we pick. It's due to the ability that we didn't pick. Okay? So you must practice proper technique through the wrist and the waist. It's more important than the wrist than the waist, actually. So just make sure that whatever you practice, get the energy out in your wrist. Make sure you root, not lean, and let your waist work with the wrist, not the wrist work with the waist. It doesn't work that way around. It's the other way.
Yep. All right, family. Well, we are getting close to that time. So if anyone has a quick question or comment, feel free to put it in the chat. I did go ahead and pin the thing about the special Abbott Lifetime offer. So if you're not on our list, just click that link and send me an email and say, hey, I want to know more about the Abbott Lifetime offer. I want in on the special, and I'll make sure to take care of you and send you that email tomorrow. Errol says you must use your wrist. Yes. Absolutely, Errol. Right on, brother. All right, family. Well, let's see here. Let me go back over here so if I can get to this main spot again. It just disappeared on me. There we go. All right, cool. All right, family. Well, we are going to go ahead and say goodbye to some of you and members. We will see you on our private membership only webinar here in a couple minutes. All right, family. Thanks for joining us on your Saturday. Some of you we'll see next week, and the rest of you we'll see in a little bit. Bye for now. God bless and peace.